Bam.
Yo, 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 yo. Happy New Year to everybody. Welcome to the NBA One on the Blorange Tears family channel with your boy Soul Finger and your boy Staffadan. Um, I want to tell everybody happy to see you. It's another year. It's 2022. Bigger and better things for the channel. It's going to be a tremendous year. We got big things coming up for the show. Soul Finger, how you doing, man? How was your new year, bro?
Everything's lovely on the west side. Just took it easy. Nothing going on crazy. Just enjoying it. We're already 9 days in already. Um, 31 days away from trade deadline. See how things gonna go.
I hear that. I hear that. I see you in the army green today, boy. Well greened out. You ready for the war?
Oh yeah, green's my favorite color. That's the first thing I love. I told you when I was a little kid, the first thing I loved was the color of money. So ever since then, I just love green.
I hear that. 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 So yo, we got a packed show today. You know what I mean? It's gonna be short and sweet, right? Today we got on the docket the Eastern Conference, right? We see who's at the top and we see who's at the bottom, we see who's at the middle. Then we got a lot of trades and rumors that's going around, swirling around the NBA. So we're gonna just jump into it right away, Soul Finger.
All
So
right.
Eastern Conference, man. I mean, it got better. It's
Mm-hmm.
competitive. It's jumbled up, Soul Finger. And surprisingly, Chicago is number one. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
got the dynamic duo of DeRosa and Zach LaVine. DeRosa is having a splendid year. He's averaging about 26.5 points. And then LaVine is averaging about 25. I mean, they brought in a free agent in Caruso. I mean, tell me about Chicago, man. Can they sustain of being number one in the Eastern Conference?
That's a good question. Considering everything that's been going on with the Nets, the issues they've had with the big three, and Miami in this situation, even the Bucks. I say from 1 to 5. Let's just kind of go and just bear with me. The pace of the 76ers got their issues, but with Chicago, and I'm gonna say it out here. I stand very much corrected because I was, maybe I was being a little bit more. No, I was being more of a homer when it came to our beloved Knicks when it came
Right,
to it because I figured Chicago was gonna take a little bit longer to gel. They came out the box shooting. They came out the box hot with everything they got going. I mean, they start and those two free agents they picked up were game changers. Shout out to their front office. Got to give them their props. But
right.
do I think they're gonna hold it number one? No. I think they'll drop. Honestly, truly, I think they'll drop. They're not going past 4. I can see them in the Nets switching, and it could be a duke out between the Bulls and the Heat because of their additions, and see how things go because everything sets on. I would say everything bases off of injury and how cases been going with the viruses out there. So
Right.
but Chicago's not dropping out of the top 3. I
Okay.
don't see them holding one. I can see them, sitting there for a little bit, but I don't see them holding one. Now that the Nets are doing their part time with Kyrie and everybody's coming back, it's going to be real interesting.
Well, that's a good segue to get into the number two team of the East, which is the Nets, right? Right now they're holding
Hmm.
a 24-13 record. They lost last night, and as you said, carries on a part time with the team. Now, with Kyrie coming back, what do you think about that whole Kyrie playing on the road and not playing at home and not getting vaccinated? And then when the playoffs come, how you think that's gonna work out?
That's interesting because you know what it's something we ain't never seen before. Let's be honest. Well, we live in times that we never seen or been or even used to. So check it out. You got a cat that's playing half of the games. That means I look at it like this here. He'll be well rested. So you got that one big gun that can be well rested. It's crazy to think about it, but you know, if they got home court advantage and they go on the road, you got Kyrie sitting in the wings, sitting on bag up, basically break glass, pull out in case of emergency, and
Right.
throw him in the mix. And then
Right.
that takes easy. And then too, there's all kinds of things you can do with that. You don't have to play that full big three as they have. You can sit one of the other two and give them time to rest with Kyrie coming back. And then you can have, it depends on depends on the situation of the levity of the game. So it's all kinds of things you can do. I know a lot of people are upset. Some people are upset about it. Some aren't. This whole thing, first of all, is his body, his choice and everything. He didn't do it like a lot of other athletes out there faking the funk on the thing with the immunization and all like that. He stood his ground, got a lot of backlash. It is what it is. It's all over the media. I don't care about that. I don't care about what's going on the court. So that being said, I think the Nets in that situation, it low key is kind of a genius move in a sense. If you think about it, think about all the bodies you can rest. Think about it. You can game plan, but truly, can you game plan? Think about it. Can you really game plan? Because you don't, they may sit one of the two.
Right.
With now that you got Kyrie, you guarantee Kyrie probably will be the one to play more, but you get to rest Durant, you can get to or Harden, or it depends on who they're going, which Western team or out of which road team they decide to use all three for. So it's gonna be kind of for the opposing team. It's gonna be a game changer for you. You gotta plan for either all three or not. You don't know.
Right. Right.
Now I got one for you. So on the minds of that, how you think Chicago and the Nets going to match up though? Since we're going through this real quick, I just want to flip it and throw it back to you. What you think about that matchup? Or better yet, now I know you're still going down. I mean, set your thunder. I'm gonna throw you a change up. Since we're coming down, we got number 3 and 4, Heat and Bucks.
Right.
Do you think that's gonna stand?
Well, I believe Adebayo is not back on the team yet.
Mm-hmm.
He's still injured. I think they've won last night. The Heat won last night against Phoenix. That was a big win for them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think Jimmy Butler didn't play in that game because his ankle was sprained.
Mm-hmm.
So that tells you the strength and the depth and the coaching that Spoelstra is very experienced in, and how to share his minutes and who to play and how to play them. And as far as the Bucks, what can you say about Giannis? I
Yeah,
mean,
that's true. That's true.
MVP. I mean, he's doing it all. So when you say 3 and 4, it's very hard to I think to flip those two teams. I think it could go either or with the Bucks and the Heat. But if I had to choose one, bro, I think I will probably go with the Bucks at number 3 and probably switch it. But for right now, in this moment right now, I'll leave it how it is. Right.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, it's kind of equal right now.
I'm glad, yeah, because I just wanted to, get ahead. I ain't meant to, throw you out. I ain't trying to throw you the third curveball, throw you out the game.
That's cool, bro. That's cool. At least it ain't gonna be Sammy the Seal slipping and all of that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you can't go out like Evan Fournier, like Sammy the Seal.
Right.
So,
you know what I mean?
Hey, but no, I'm kind of with you. It's going to be interesting because the situation with them having the injuries. Right now, I'm trying to see when exactly he's coming back.
Adebayo?
Jimmy, I want to make sure when he's coming, and then Adebayo, because the thing about it, what you said, I'm gonna tell you a key point on what you said. Miami doing a lot of things without without some of the key players, and that just proves the coaching, the culture, and the depth. And then having um, Kyle Lowry as the point guard, a veteran point guard like that, that's been in battles, championship, and everything that helps. And then those young, and the way they drafted real well. You got to give them the point with Robinson and Tyler Hero.
Right.
That was kind of interesting. And they still got PJ, and they got PJ Tucker. I think by the Heat getting PJ Tucker, that weakened the Bucks. I think PJ Tucker was more of a the back, because he was more of a backbone for them. Because we know Giannis is gonna do what he's gonna do.
Right.
Middleton's gonna do what he do.
Right.
But they didn't have that hard-nosed cat like Tucker, and also my man Big Eyes Bobby Portis, who I did not want to see leave the Knicks, but he found a home, and they doing that without Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez has been down a good part of the year.
Listen, and then I mean to cut you, but when that team gets back healthy, and even when they imagine Bobby Portis going up against Eddie Bayo, bro. Bam, I should say it, right? That's going to be a wicked matchup, right? Like us Caribbean Island like to say, a wicked matchup, right? So, I mean, that's how I was telling you earlier, bro. I don't know how you see those teams flipping 3 and 4. Do you have those teams flipping 3 and 4? Or how you see them? Because I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Oh no, the 3 and 4, they're right there. I mean, the Bucks took an L. Miami they're on a 2-game win. They got they 2 win. They won last night, so that helps them. But it's getting tight. I mean, if you look at the whole Eastern Conference, man, it's so tight. It's tight, man. It's tighter than a chubby kid in some tough skin jeans, man. It's tight, bro. And you look at it as we keep going down. Now, one thing I want to touch on is Philly. And like I said, I know it got scheduled, but it's kind of like flowing. And just bear with me on this.
Right. Go ahead.
Philly is in the 5th seed with 20. They're 22-16. The Cavs are 22-17. The Cavs are breathing out. That's kind of like the situation we were in last season. The Knicks were in last season with Atlanta.
Right.
Anything can happen. Now, we already know the situation with the 76ers with the Ben Simmons stuff, Ben Simmons drama. Then you got the Cavs with that situation. They lost both their point guards.
Right.
When they lost Ricky Rubio recently, and then they lost Sexton, and that was against us in the game that we played them.
Right.
But they made the trade to get Rondo. And if they maintain, they're gonna make the playoffs. I don't see them dropping out of the playoff standing.
But before you go to the Cavs, let's jump back on the 76ers. Right?
Yeah, I was getting ready to going back on that. I'm just going to go back into that with the 76ers and the issues they got. I can see they're going to make a move is going to happen, man. They can't just keep Ben Simmons on their roster and not get something. They're going to have to move him. We got 31 days to the trade deadline.
Right.
So the 76 is going to be a major. That's the major thing right now. You haven't heard a lot of talks, but it's still rumbling and stuff going on behind the scenes that we don't even know about.
Well, let me give you some of the rumblings and some of the rumors that we're hearing with the 76ers and Ben Simmons.
All right, then. Well, hey, hit me off there, rude boy.
All right. So one of the rumors is that they're trying to get Halliburton and De'Aaron Fox. Right. Mm-hmm. Well, no, basically they want Halliburton, but it's going to be a 3-team deal, right? Where De'Aaron Fox goes somewhere and they have Halliburton. But the thing about it is that they like Halliburton, but he's not the caliber of player that they'll want back in a trade for Ben Simmons.
Okay.
Right? But it is a thing that Daryl Morey is probably considering because he has his asking price has lowered because everything that he's asking for right now he can't get. Now, do you see Philly trading for Halliburton and giving up Ben Simmons to go to Sacramento and De'Aaron Fox going somewhere else 3-team deal? Because that is one of the rumors that's going around right now.
See, that's real interesting because you're talking about a third team, and and just shout out to everybody that follow along, Blorange Tears. This is NBA 101. We're not just talking about we talk about other teams in the NBA, but this is something that can tie into our beloved Knicks. And there's many in Knicks Nation that want De'Aaron Fox, that we could possibly see if we could work something out to get a De'Aaron Fox, or some other team can go out and get De'Aaron Fox. You got to see what pieces are going to match up. Again, Halliburton was tied to us. We didn't get him in the draft, but I could see, that'd be real interesting. Ben Simmons in Sacramento, that could change up a lot of things.
Right.
But but the thing is will Philly want Halliburton because of, are you going in and win now? I mean, he's a good piece to have, but do you want Halliburton to be the starting point guard, a young point guard at that on a contending team? It depends. I mean, Doc is a good coach. He's a hell of a coach, so he can probably coach him up and do whatever. So it's going to be real interesting. But who would be the third team, and what would you need to give up to get a De'Aaron Fox, or who's going to step in? Because I think other teams are still looking as well. Because back in when we first talked about the Portland situation with the Dame and McCullough situation, well, CJ McCullough, it was no secret that Portland was looking at Simmons. I mean, everybody was looking at Simmons, but with the issues going on in Portland, we don't know about that. But could there be a dark horse team come out other than that? I mean, Sacramento's it's kind of interesting with those two, because those are two good pieces to give up. But who would be the third team to get in, and what would the third team try to be? Who would the third team try to get? Would it be trying to get draft picks? Would it be trying to get players? Because Sacramento has guards, but those are two top players. Do you want to bring in what's his name? The forward center they were trying to get rid of in Sacramento. Name slipping right now. Let me look it up real quick as I'm talking, because I'm having one of them senior moments.
All right, so by the time you're doing that, let me just shout out the chat. Shout out King Ribby, RM, shout out Real King, shout out Frederick, shout out Showing M's, Subliminal 209, shout out Kent Guerriere, shout out for the love of our game, shout out to those boys, Worldwide L, Hector, Hardwell, all those guys over there. Check them out if you haven't checked them out. Real good show. They talk about everything, boxing, basketball, everything you can talk about. So look out for those guys. Real good guys.
Yeah, Marvin Bagley, that's who it was. I was having one of them senior moments. He was up. He was up, and named one person on the team that I've been jumping up and down for our beloved Knicks was been, along with my man, the Delano Steele, was Harrison Barnes, because of the forward, being that he's a forward, he fits a position that we could use. So they have pieces, they have young pieces over there. They got some talent, they just don't never use it right. So, but Marvin Bagley could be one, because I know one time they were trying to shop him up out of there, but who's to say? And then you still got Buddy Hield. That's another person name he was originally supposed to have been traded to LA, but they went on and did the Westbrook thing. So it could go any way. Like I said, we got 31 days this end of the trade deadline. So things about to get real crazy. And I've been trying to find some info on Jimmy Butler, but right now, for what I found so far, the Heat weren't concerned about that ankle. So there's no real timetable on his return from what I've just seen. But I'm going to keep digging while we on this. Okay. And so what else you got?
So let's jump on now to the one thing I had forgot to mention to you also too with Milwaukee, they let go DeMarcus Cousins.
They sure did, and he wound up going, and the Denver Nuggets snatched him up in a heartbeat.
Right. So I mean, just to go back to Milwaukee a little bit, do you think that hurts them? Big wise, real quick. Big wise, yes or no?
Unless Robin is coming back, Brook. Unless Brook is coming back, then it could be okay. Because Bobby Portis has been kind of holding it down. He can play the 4 and the 5. He's been holding down. His defense isn't the greatest, but what he does, he can stretch the floor and do other things. He's been kind of holding it down, but they could be on the low trying to make a move as well. So we don't know. Like I said, as it get closer to the trade deadline, it's about to get real funky, bro. Okay. It's about to get crazy.
Okay. So the next team is a surprising team. And as you said, their record is identical to the 76ers. They just have one loss more in the column, which is the Cavaliers. So do you see them switching, or do you see those two staying in the same place? And that being said, they just got Rondo. Do you think they sustain this little momentum that they trying to revive back in Cleveland with Rubio going out, Sexton going out? They got marketing who's doing real good. They got what's it, Jared Allen, the 100 million dude. He's playing real good ball right now, protecting the rim.
And don't forget that rookie.
Right, and the rookie. Oh, Mobley. Oh,
yes, sir. Don't forget Mobley.
How dare
Mobley wanted to
how dare me, right?
Yeah,
and Mobley, who is a top 3 rookie for rookie of the year. So, so boy, tell me about the Cleveland, man. But
look, Cleveland is a surprise of surprises. Because okay, let's be honest. When you say Cleveland Cavaliers, you didn't think about Cleveland until the back in the days, back in the Mark Price and Mark Price days. When they used to when you had the battles with the Knicks and they used to battle with the Pacers. They had that tough nose team they had. But then, LeBron came and did his thing with them, brought everybody in, got a championship and bounced, and then they fell apart. But they drafted well. Now, I will say this. If you got all those first-round draft picks, eventually you're going to strike gold. Because the first time, Bentley, what was his name? Bentley, they drafted it, was a wash. He didn't turn out at all. He was over, I think his name was Bentley. He was overrated. But then they got Kyrie, drafted Kyrie. They also drafted who was after that? You got Kyrie. They drafted their first round draft pick. You got Isaac Okoro last season, and then come around with my man Mobley. They're gonna be all right, man. Cleveland is scary good. It's a surprise, and that starting lineup, how they running 3 7-footers the way they running it, something we haven't seen before. I mean, all 3. They something else, and with the guard play, bringing in playoff Rondo is a big piece of this team. So we already know how he gets down. So it's gonna be real interesting. I could see if it depends on what the 76ers do. Seriously, I'm gonna go out on a limb, man. I think the way they playing, because low key Cleveland playing with house money, man. I can actually see them. I mean, overtaking the 76ers at one point.
Yeah.
Honest to God, I can actually see that.
You think they come in as a surprising team like the New York Knicks from last year?
Absolutely.
Oh wow.
I can see them probably going up 1. Because the teams they're above looking. I mean, look, the 76ers looking over their shoulders.
Right.
The Bucks got a little bit of a cushion, not by much, but the 76ers got to look over their shoulder. And I mean, right then, and then after that, man, after Cleveland, it's and then not to get too far ahead, the Raptors got the other possible rookie of the year on their squad. So, and they're not a big team, but they're long and lanky defensive minded team. But Cleveland got some good pieces that they can look rather promising. But the problem is, it's a small market team. They're going to have to build through the draft, and they don't have the pressure as most large market teams like it goes on with New York, LA, like that. They don't have those kind of Chicago. They don't have that kind of pressure, so they can kind of build up a team. They've had formidable teams in the past,
right?
But what they got right now, it's kind of I like what they did. They actually did with those bigs, the way they got them playing. I mean, you got 3 7-footers on the start, pretty much down there on the starting lineup. Once the guard play is down. And then that makes a question. This leaves a question: will they let Colin Sexton go now? Will they trade him, let him go, or will they bring him back?
Right.
It's something to think about. So we have to keep an eye on that as come the off season.
Right. Let me shout out a couple more people in the chat.
Wiggins, Wiggins was the other first round draft pick. Hey, appreciate it, Fabian Williams. I had them senior moments, bro. We get a little up there. Had them senior moments, man.
Yes, sir.
Give me some insurance.
Shout out, Be Civilized. Yo, shout out my brother. Good dude, always supporting. Worldwide L. Shout out to Chuck, man. Chuck, keep those beats coming in, bro. Keep those beats coming in. Shout out
Oh
to
yeah,
you.
Chuck Allen, the beat man, the beat miner right there.
Yes,
Chuck
sir.
Allen, shout
Yes,
out.
sir. Shout out, Sharon M. As usual, regular patron. Respect to you, my brother.
Yeah, you already shout out my man Be Civilized already. I know
Yes,
that.
sir.
And
Uh,
Subliminal 209.
yes, sir. Otherwise, shout out to you.
Aloe Wise, the voice
Respect,
of
respect,
truth.
respect, 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 respect. So let's continue, right? So we did the Cleveland Cavaliers coming up at number 7. They've been hot, bro. They've been on a 5-game winning streak, right? They got some big, long dudes. They got another dude that's capable of winning Rookie of the Year, right?
Scotty Barnes.
We got another dude that came from the G League, right? Got a big contract and is coming back looking healthy and playing good. He's another long person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Pascal, right?
Or as they call him, Spicy P. That's one of the wackest names you could ever give a player. Spicy P. Man, you come up with anything in that, man. Spicy
and then we got a 6'1". I don't even know how tall this dude is, right? But he's been he has been lighting it up from the point, and he was the first ever person undrafted to get a big contract. I think it was.
Oh man, my bad.
Like 4 years,
man. Senior moments. Yeah,
I'm telling you,
Fred Van Vliet.
Thank you, but man, they on fire. 5 in a row, bro. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, can Toronto continue this little surge that they coming on, man, with Scotty Barnes coming in hot? What do you think, bro?
See, this is the thing. Nick Nurse he's a hell of a coach. I'm gonna give Nick Nurse his props. But the other thing, the GM was I like to use a lot of comic book or cartoon type comparisons, but he's like that evil genius. He's like the evil genius in the James Bond movie, like Dr. No or somebody like that. If you look at those players, I think they're like 6'9", but they got, you talking about cats with 7-foot wingspans, highly athletic, high motors, tenacious on defense, long, man, long.
You playing a 6-footer. OG.
Yeah, OG Anunoby. I mean, look, then you got Malachi Flynn who was bringing him come off the bench. And then they even played the Dragon. They got the Dragon sitting on the bench. That's a trade piece they could possibly use to get something else. I wouldn't be surprised if they became a player in the trade, not the draft, but in the trade. They could probably do something that we don't see coming. So I'm not going to even try to predict to see what they're going to do. But if they're going to do anything, it'll be something to add in, add a little extra flavor to this gumbo they got cooking up. Can they keep it up? I do believe so. I really do. I do believe so. I don't see Toronto falling off. They're 3 games behind the Cavs. They got a little cushion. We see how things go. Now this is where it started to get funky, like you were saying. Not to get ahead, from 7, I'm gonna say from 7 all the way down to 13. I'm not gonna count. I'm not looking at the Pistons or the Magic. It's a wrap. They're a wash. It's a wrap. We already know what they're doing. They stocking up to try to build up through the draft or whatever else. They got pieces they can probably trade. Well, I'm not going to say the Pacers because the Pacers got a fire sale getting ready to go. So I'm going to say from 12 to 7, that's when it's about to get real funky and fun, bro. It's like a little roller coaster ride because you got to look at it. It's going to be a battle coming all the way in because you got 2 teams on the other end that are big. Well, 3 teams on the other end that were disappointments. You got 1 team that started off super hot because they were number 1 and they came crashing to earth. You got the other team that's kind of.
We gonna get into all.
Oh no! I notice I didn't say who. I'm just saying.
Right. I'm just saying. Right. But smile, turn the other cheek, thumbs up, thumbs down. Big up to my man Jay Boogie in the building with that fire hot single. Thumbs up, thumbs down. If you ain't here yet, it got premiered on Blorange Tears channel last night. It's a wicked, 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 wicked tune. See, if you ain't get it yet, go to his handles, whether it be Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Check out Jay Boogie. Check out all his tracks. You feel me? His latest track. Yeah, his latest tracks is thumbs up, thumbs down. Right now I'm saying with the whole controversy with Julius Randle. You know what I'm saying? It's a good track. Shout out to Jay Boogie. Enough love, my brother. Respect, positive. Hey. See it?
Shout out to Jay Boogie, aka the lyrical lexicon. The man who spits. Hey, he don't spit just hot fire. He got hot lava coming out, bro.
Right.
He hits you with tracks, dog. When he hits you with verses, you know those bars, brother. Hey, he take you back. I'm ready to go get my Timbs, put my hoodies back on. You know what I'm saying? You know, keep the toothpick in. You know, do what I got to do. Shout out to Jay Boogie, man. Hey, often imitated, never duplicated. Hey,
only one Jay Bug, right?
The only one. The man, the myth, the legend.
So back to business. Charlotte Hornets coming in at number 10. I mean number 8. Sorry, number 8. Rumor is they need a center, and if they get a center, it could be all over in the East. I seen somebody talking about they might get Mitch, right? If they get Mitch from the Knicks, which I don't know about that, but we'll see. We'll get down to New York. I know some of the fans, some of the people in the chat is itching to get to New York, right? But with Charlotte now, they just need a big man. Do you see them making any moves before the trade deadline to probably improve LaMelo Ball and the Bridges kid and everybody that they have around them? What do you think about Charlotte right now?
Charlotte is, they're kind of where I expected in a sense. If they get a big man, that could cause problems. They could make it now. That could be real interesting. Or as they say, you know, that could be the fly in the ointment on that, bro. I say like this, but which big man, you know, what they can go after? I mean, you know, Utah has Hassan Whiteside, considering what he does, protect the rim and everything, a rim runner. I mean, he could run the floor. You can get the ball up to him. He could do a little something. He could be something. But also, quiet as kept, you can go look across the way at Portland. They got a walking double-double over there, and I know they're they looking at possibly getting rid of him, Nurkic.
Right.
So, you know, read up on it, looking at Nurkic and Covington as two pieces. Now, you already know I'm big on Covington. I would like to see him with our beloved Knicks. A lot of people are like, no, because you're looking at the points, but I'm looking at what he can bring to us defensively. And yeah, he's having a down year, but I think that's got to do with the team. Covington's skill set fits in with Tibbs. And yeah, I know he's 31. And I don't want to take anything away from our young guys, but but that's a whole nother thing. I'm not gonna go down there. I'm not going down that road. So let me stick to where I'm at. Nurkic, yeah, you know, Nurkic on the other hand. Now I like Nurkic. He's offensively, he's a walking double-double. He can score. Defensively, and also he's injury prone because this cat is hurt. He's banged up a lot. So it's a possibility they can make a move. And they got some pieces to make a move. So what big man they're gonna go after, I don't know, but it'd be rather interesting. Now I don't see us. I mean, it's a possibility, you know, with you know, again, I'm really trying to stay away from us, but you know, they're looking for a big man. We got 3, so it's a possibility we could probably get in, see what we can get in the mix with them. I mean, Nerlens Noel, I know they wouldn't take a Nerlens Noel, even though if we offer them, even their contract is friendly. But a Nerlens Noel, them not really going to move the needle. We probably want to get a second-round draft pick. We got a grip of those. We should be trying to get a player or something. So
all right,
I would like to go after.
Let's look at Let's look at a trade with New York and Charlotte, and I see Chuck saying
Chuck beat me to it. See Chuck in my head.
Listen, you're right. And I know you was a guy that wanted Kelly Oubre from a long time. You've been preaching that. Now, would
Yep.
you do that trade straight up?
Man, look, I'll do that trade. Look, I'll give up Nerlens Noel for Kelly Oubre, throw in 2 buckets of chicken, 240s, some Irk and Jerk, some box wine. Hey, man, look, whatever they want, man.
You know what?
Hey, look, I
I'm
would
gonna
look.
throw in
I'm gonna tell
I'm
you
gonna
like
throw
this,
in
too.
a beef patty too. I'm gonna throw in a beef
Man,
patty.
look, I would come to New York on a mongoose bicycle, put Nerlens on the handlebars, and give him a ride to and dump him off for Kelly Oubre.
Oh
That
Lord.
would be that's something good I would want. And the flip side with the trade, I would and still try to move Evan Fournier out. Again, just real quick, so we don't go back. We're not strictly talking about our beloved Knicks because
Right.
these a lot of these moves can affect us. And
Right.
then I would look at trying to get Evan Fournier out. Still, care what he did. He was the Boston Strangler. Hey, big ups, appreciate it. But I would like to bring him in, bring Kelly Oubre in, get Evan Fournier out, put RJ back at the 2. That's all I got to say. That's the way I see it. Now keep on keeping on. I'm not going. Hey, you got. I'm coming back around because it's easy to get sidetracked talking about our beloved Knicks.
I got you. I got you. Now, people in the chat, there's 28 people watching, and I got 19 likes. Smash that like button. Okay, smash it, smack it up. You know what I mean? If you like the content, subscribe to the channel, press that notification bell for the Blorange Tears channel. We got a lot of hit shows. I ain't even got to say the hit shows. You already know, from the morning drive, go right back to the pod couple. Free Knicks freestyle with free
the
key.
after parties.
Yeah, the after party. And then we got that
and
brand
the
new
new
show.
joint. That new joint for our man
Live
Big Beans.
with Big Beans. You know what I mean? So
Shout out
I
Big
mean,
Beans.
yeah, so we got Blorange Cheers channel popping right now. So just tune in, and you already know. Smash that like button, press the notification bell, and you already know. So
just real quick, because I want to do this right. I was going to save it after, but since Boogie put it in, I announced it on Ron's show, Still Knicks show last night. Just a quick brief intermission, just to pause. I was going to do it at the end of the show, but for those who know, let's give all prayers and love to our man Ron Cleveland, man.
Yes, sir.
He lost his mother. On Thursday. So prayers goes up. Pray for our brother. You know, everybody know about man, and Mama Joyce. Shout out to love and everything for him. Hey, Ron, if you're watching everything, you know where we at. Love you, brother. You know, we chopped it up yesterday morning. Still praying for you and everything. You need us, you know what to do. But hey, get the prayers up and for Ron and his family. And Mama Joyce went home.
Yes, sir. See a better place. No more aches, no more pains, no more worries. You know what I'm saying? In a better place. Shout out to Ron and his whole family. I'm praying for you. I got you in my prayers, bro. You already know. Anytime you feel like coming up here, chopping it up with us on the NBA one-on-one, you're always welcome, bro. You is a special guest here, no matter what. All right? So shout out to Ron and his whole family. Much blessings to you, bro. All right. So that was the Hornets. Now the Wizards. Now listen. Oh my goodness.
That's that team I said. See, that's that team I didn't want to mention.
He had a funny thing about it, Sophie. They went ahead and gave their front office raises, right? For being temporarily number one for how many days or how many weeks?
Man, long enough for a cup of coffee and a half a drag on a cigarette.
Where is the Washington Wizards now?
Right? Look, they looking over their shoulder.
9 at 19-20, not even 500. Under 500, and they went ahead and gave these guys and the executives raises and the coaches all these praises, and they couldn't sustain.
They're falling out the playoff. They're not going to be in a play-in. They're not going to be in a play-in. I'm just going to put it like that.
Listen, Soulfinger, what do you think about this? Because I got my take, but I want to hear your take.
They're not going to be in the play-in. Period. I mean, seriously, yeah, they made some. Yeah, they brought players in, but they're not going to be in the play-in. Granted, you may look at the Celtics and say they need to break up the J and J, but the Celtics are going to overtake them, and if we see how things go with our beloved Knicks, because there's a possibility that we can overtake them. I'll keep saying I don't want to see play-in because I really don't. Because to me, the play-in for the Knicks would be a step back, even though you're still consistent. But and that's another side story. But the Wizards, I don't see anything in the near future that makes me think that they're gonna do whatever. I see them falling out of playoff contention.
Oh wow. Okay.
I mean, because see, the thing is other than Barrett,
not even a play-in.
I mean, if they do, maybe play-in.
Do you see them making any type of trades?
Well, they're in the play-in right now. I would think they would. Well, yeah, they can make a trade, but what piece they're going to trade? Think about it. Who's to get them up? You got to give up Bradley Beal to get better. So they got the option. You can totally blow it up.
No, that's what I'm about to say. You wouldn't put Kuzma or what's that guy with the gold teeth?
Oh, Kuzma's playing some decent ball, but I'm going to see how he does. He's doing better.
Montrezl Harrell, former six-man.
Well, you know what? That's hear me out. This may sound crazy. What if the Hornets tried to make a deal with the Wizards to get Montrezl Harrell?
Oh wow, that would really propel Charlotte. I'm not saying to the 6th seed, but yes, to the 6th seed. I'm not saying to the 5 or the 4.
You think if Montrezl Harrell,
they could probably move up two standings with Montrezl Harrell in Charlotte.
You think Montrezl Harrell is enough for Charlotte to overcome the Raptors and knock out the Cavaliers? Because they're above him. I can see it. I can see it.
I think so.
Truth be told, I don't.
Because this one, here why I say that, right? Cleveland is young. They don't have no experience like that. The only team he mentioned is Nick Nurse, is because of the coaching and their defense. So So I'll give it to them. Right.
The Raptors are a very athletic.
They long, bro.
Oh, hold on. Just came in. Pistons trading for Bol.
Oh wow.
Just flashed on the Bleacher Report. The Pistons are trading for Bol. So may not seem like much.
So who did the Bobo was on the Denver?
He's with Denver.
Who did Denver get?
I'm about to look it up right now.
Oh wow! Breaking news, people. Breaking news
on my Bleacher Report.
Breaking news. All right, so let me see if I get it also too. Detroit is finalizing a deal to send Rodney McGruger and a 22nd second round pick for the Nuggets, Bo. Oh man.
So that's good for Bo because he couldn't get on the floor. He couldn't get on the floor over there in Denver. And I think by them I think they did that because they signed Boogie because they're trying to get more help.
Yes,
it's a small trade, but see, these are the small trades going to lead up to something bigger coming down. So it just flashed. It doesn't. I mean, that's on the other end. So hey, Denver's trying to Denver and Pistons making some moves. I see more so better benefit in Denver than the Pistons because the Pistons are gathering more young pieces.
McGruder, he is a shooting guard or a small forward, right?
Yeah,
I believe, right?
Let's see.
I believe so. It's somebody.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's interesting. That's real interesting. Just had that pop up. So these are little. So yeah, Rodney McGruder in the second round draft pick from the Brooklyn Nets. So I mean that draft pick is going to be high. So not going to be on that.
Oh, that draft is from the Nets. That pick is from the Nets.
For the Nets.
Or the 2022 second round pick. Oh, via Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Via Brooklyn.
That's right. That's right. That's
so,
right.
You know, and Magruder.
So
Magruder was. But see, I think he wasn't used much by the Pistons. So what they're going to probably, I'm assuming, it's possible they're going to just take Magruder. And I mean, he's averaging 2.5, 3 points and 2 rebounds and 10 minutes per game over 17 appearances. I could see them cutting him.
Yeah.
To make room. Yeah. I could see the Nuggets cutting him to make more room, hold on to the draft pick and do something else. So this is definitely a move for the Nuggets to open up space, some money to bring somebody in because they could be getting ready to be a major player and something, or get somebody a good role player. And
but let me ask you this: the young man that's injured right now, could he be just a replacement until that young man comes back from the injury?
No, I don't see that.
No,
okay. No, I don't see that.
All right, no problem.
So, but the thing about it though, with Detroit, he's stacking up, getting more young pieces. Now, keep in mind, Jeremy Grant, his name has been coming up in a lot of trade rumors as well. So, There's a possibility you could be bringing Bol to fill in there. So they're making these smaller moves as well. So we'll see.
So, wait. So hold on. Is Bol is a center?
Bol, yeah, he plays like forward and center, I do believe. I have to look at his right position because he's been all over the place.
Grant, power forward. I don't know, man. It could work because I mean, Bol he stretches the floor, right?
Yeah, but I don't really see us going after Bol. That's
no. I'm not talking about New York. I'm talking about Detroit. As far as using him.
Well, see, with Jerry, I want to say he's a power forward. Let me, because I could, you know how they have
about 7. He's about 7'1".
Yeah, he's
Yeah, man. Yeah, he gonna definitely stretch that floor for them.
He can stretch the floor. He had a hell of a skill set to bring.
All right. So guess what now? So they got this
power forward. He's a power forward center. I was thinking he was more power forward, but you could put him at the center. I mean, because this day and age, you don't need the big centers that the clog the paint and all this other stuff like they did back in the days. So he could be really effective. But this, like, again, with a young team like Detroit, you can see how it goes because he couldn't get any burn. He wasn't getting any burn out there, and they were making it. When he did, he made some things happen. So we'll see what happens for Detroit. So it's gonna be rather interesting.
Okay,
He was rather interesting. He was in high school and everything. His name was coming up a lot.
All right, so right beneath the Wizards, boy, it's about to be spicy now. It's spicy.
But I was gonna tell you, like you were saying about the Wizards, if they did get Montrezl Harrell, I mean, the Hornets get Montrezl Harrell, I don't see them overtaking Cleveland. He's a good piece to help them, but I don't see him taking Cleveland. He could possibly.
Listen, I get that. I get that.
The Raptors could cause some problems for him, but the problem is with that young. But the thing about the Raptors, granted they don't have as in like height, but their length and athleticism, and with Nick Nurse's coaching, it's a problem. It's the youth. Now what the Hornets have, what the Raptors don't, is Melo,
right,
and Bridges. I mean, the way those cats, the way they run that floor, the things they can do, and but the thing is when you got young guys out on the court, sometimes it's a saying about you can be young, young, dumb, full of vigor, and I ain't gonna say the other thing. I just changed it up, make it. So
Family
young,
show.
dumb,
Family
full of
show.
vigor.
Right.
Them young cats go out there fearless. They don't know anything, so they can go just ball out, so they can't feel the pressure. See, that's a lot of the things that happened last season with Atlanta. Atlanta was a young team. They're a young team, so
But
they were going against. They didn't have nothing to go. They had talent. Really Atlanta's still the same team, pretty much. It's still the same team, and with the stuff that was going on. But now what it is, I'm gonna say this here when it comes to Atlanta. Atlanta smelling themselves. It's the fall off from that. They were smelling themselves. You know, we got to the almost got to the finals and this and that and whatever else. And so things are falling off. They don't have that same fire.
we gonna get to meet, as you would say. We gonna get to meet.
Yeah.
We gonna get to. But what I wanted to say is with Cleveland, right? We just gonna have to see how this work out with Rondo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because as I said, I still think they could drop to number 8, and the Hornets go up to number 7, and the Raptors go up to number 6. Because I still think Raptors is a dangerous team.
Well, so, you know, the Cavaliers still got Garland. They got Garland too.
Yeah, but I don't think Garland could hold them the whole rest of the year, bro.
I mean,
about a young second-year point, it's third-year point guard. You understand what I'm saying? Who was there to help him? Because Rubio was the main person. Then you got Mobley, right? He's a rookie. You know what I'm saying? You still got to play 82 games, and you never know, he might hit a rookie wall. I'm not saying he might be, right? So Jared Allen is not a stretch, right?
And then you still got Kevin Love there as well.
He's coming off the bench, right? He's only a stretch 4. He can't post you up. Marketing can't post you up. So you take away all these shooters. The only person you got in the post is Mobley posting you up. You take away that, and you guard up man to man. What do they have?
And they got Isaac Okoro, who's also one hell of a defender. They got him. They got a lot of guys that I consider right because I haven't been following them as much. But the way these guys are playing, you can't. They playing some good ball.
You know what? I may be wrong, but that you see from 6 through 8, I'm gonna watch it real carefully. Real carefully. So all right.
Oh no, yeah. I'm really looking at on this everything on the bottom end right now. The top side, everything from 5 and up. I'm looking at, but I'm more interested on the stuff from 7 back.
Right. So on to our beloved blue and orange, right? Let me just throw this out there one time, right? And get this over. One of the trade rumors with New York right now, right? I should say is concerning Derrick Rose. We heard Derrick Rose may be on the trading block, right? I don't know if the Knicks fans may want to do this or will accept this, but they want to trade Derrick Rose for Eric Gordon, right? Chat, let me know how you feel about it because I know it's some of the main Knicks fans in here. So Derrick Rose for Eric Gordon. And then another thing that we're hearing is that Donovan Mitchell, right? And this is just a rumor. We don't know, but
yeah,
the rumor is
Clutch.
That, right, it's on Clutch Point Sports.
Yeah, Clutch Point Sports.
They're saying that how he wants to go to a bigger market. And one of the bigger markets is either the Knicks or the Nets, right? Now, New York fans, we want to make moves. And our beloved executive CEO, however you want to call Uncle Freezy, has said our office is in F, right? So finger. Now, do we go ahead and make these moves for Eric Gordon? And do we go ahead and make that move for Donovan Mitchell if he wants to force a trade out of Utah? Let me hear what you got to say in chat. I want to hear your input also in the chat. I'm going to shout you out, read your opinions. Go ahead, Soulfinger.
Uh, the whole thing with Spider. Don't get me wrong. I love to have Spider in New York, but the thing is, I mean, like, look, if I could do it in NBA 2K or NBA Live and make the trade and play it like that, bump it, I'm on it. But we unfortunately, but we talking about real life here, and I can't do that. It depends. We had to give up a lot. We're going to give up a lot to get Spider. You just don't get trade for Spider and not get him. Yeah, it would be something else. Um, the I already knew, like I said, now that things are getting close, like with week 31 days, it's gonna be all kinds of names attached to our beloved blue and orange. Um, I don't see Spider getting traded, not out of New York, because he want not to us, not even the Nets. The Nets don't have enough because the Nets gonna have to give up somebody. Who they gonna give up? Probably do Kyrie for Spider, possibly, but I don't see that happening. Um, I'm not giving up Derrick Rose right now for Eric Gordon because that still keeps us in the same situation. I'm looking at the other pieces we need to get up out of here. Before we do that, you got Kimba and you got Fournier. Those two pieces that were brought in that really don't fit the team. Yeah, Evan was the Boston Strangler, but I mean, unless you're going to hypnotize that cat and have him think he's playing against Boston every night, it don't do you any good because we're not playing Boston anymore. We played them 4 games, we split. You know, it's not going to do us any good. And nothing against Evan. Well, I don't like his. I didn't think his defense was good. As good as was this bad. I want those are the moves we need to make, man. To make the blue and orange shine. We need to make the move to get Kimba. Well, really Kimba, Evan, Nerlens up out of here somehow, some way to get something else in. Those are three players I can say right off the top. But I wouldn't Eric Gordon for D Rose, nah, because because don't forget Eric Gordon is injury prone as well, and D Rose is not going to be back for a while because of the ankle injury, the ankle surgery. So I don't see him getting traded. So I would take that off the table. So it's got to be if you're gonna bring Eric Gordon in, you need to look at getting them another way. Not to mention, you're talking about Houston. They got Christian Wood's name starting to pop up too. That's another name that's going to start popping up for trades.
Right. Oh boy. So all right. So let me see. So Andre Bryant, right? He said RJ first round picks would be minimal for Mitchell. Would you do that?
Andre who? So what? So what again?
Andre Bryant, this is dude in the
Mm-hmm.
chat, right? Shout him out. He said RJ and a first round picks would be minimal for Mitchell. Would you give up RJ for Donovan?
You're going to give up more than that.
Well,
That would be the start of the
he
thought.
said first round picks.
First round picks, but yeah, I know you're like we got what I don't know how many we got. We got a few, but it's going to take more than that. It's going to take more than just RJ and 3 or 4 first round draft picks. They're going to want another body as well, another body and some first round picks. Don't be scared to make the move, but you got to make the move to make sense for us in the long run. Spider's a game changer. Don't get me wrong; he is a game changer, and that'll get you the superstar that you want. And he's from and a lot of people you bringing him back home, bring him back to New York.
Right. So here this trade that Alawai said, right?
Mm-hmm.
It comes up to 37 million. Kimba, Noel, and Fournier.
Yeah.
For Mitchell. That way we ain't got to give up Randall. That way we ain't got to give up RJ.
Yeah,
RJ,
I just but
RJ.
see this.
I don't know. Can RJ go back and play the point and Donovan at the point? I mean, at
But
the two,
see,
Donovan for the point.
but see, this is the thing about that rumor though. They're talking about it's a possibility he would like to get out, but they're not going to trade him. They're not going to trade him. They're going to do everything in there. It was in ESPN I read, and also in I want to say Yahoo Sports with regarding D Rose. That's what not D Rose, my bad. Dwayne Wade was talking to was brought in. He was trying to he was worried about um losing Donovan Mitchell, so they were already talking to him. And I'm going to look and see because I could have sworn they just rolled him out some dope, some big money. I think he just signed for some big money not too long ago. So that's the other thing. So you got to look at contract. Is that one that'll be ugly? I mean, without looking at the minutia, you just want to get rid of your trash. In New York, yeah, or who we think some folks think the field is trash. You just can't roll it out. RJ is going to be one of those pieces to be gone. You're gonna have to give up RJ. You're gonna have to give up RJ to get Spider. It's no ifs ands buts about it. But who else on top of that? How much you willing to go?
But
Because
listen, we no, but Soul Finger, we always talk about the name in front, right, and not
yeah,
the name
yeah.
in the back, right?
Trust
So,
me, it's about the
so
name on the front for me. But the thing is you're gonna have to give up a lot of pieces to get certain pieces because you're talking about a player in his prime that's as a franchise changer. They're gonna want some stuff back. They're gonna want some draft picks. You're looking at least about 3 first rounders,
listen,
maybe four, along with RJ.
Soul Finger,
Maybe
I'm
I'm
giving up
thinking maybe you
RJ.
have to throw it Obi.
I'm giving up RJ. I'm giving up Obi. You could take 2 first-round pick. You know what? I'd even throw in Kevin Knox in that mix.
Mm-hmm.
And bring
Well,
back and,
Docs is easy to give up, but that's money filler.
bring home M. Donovan. Look, we've been climbing for a superstar, bro. And if that's the rumor, and we could go ahead and get him, listen, we did a show, Be Civilized, on the Utah Jazz, right? And we talked about Dwayne Wade. We talked about the new owners, right? Because the old guy just sold the franchise to this guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember the whole story, right? But Donovan, I mean, Dwayne Wade is not really there to persuade uh, Donovan in staying. Yes, it could be a good look for him if he does stay. That makes Dwayne Wade look good, but that's not Dwayne Wade's job to keep Donovan there. You understand what I'm saying? They have to go ahead and entice Donovan and build the players around him to make him feel comfortable listening. So if Donovan say, yo, I'm not happy, regardless if Dwayne Wade is there or not, sometimes names don't say it, bro. Sometimes names don't hold word. Look at Worldwide L. Not even Worldwide.
Well, I mean, look, we talking about
Wow,
worldwide, but see,
Worldwide West. I don't know why
that's
I said
worldwide
that.
West. But you talking about Dwayne Wade, who has, you look at it from a player suspect on like that. West was on a whole number. You talking about player to player. You talking about D
Yes, no,
Wade,
no, but we
who
talk.
has rings and all this and that.
Yeah,
Go
but
ahead
I'm
and talk
also,
to him.
but it's name still though. It's
Well, I mean,
name.
you talk about his name, but that
Right,
name,
I'm
his
talking
name
about
has more
names.
weight in the NBA. His name has more weight in the
But
NBA than
but that but
worldwide
that don't
West.
that don't necessarily mean Soul Finger that Donovan is gonna stay because of
I
Dwayne
did.
Wade.
What I'm saying is
That's
Dwayne
what I'm
Wade don't want him to
saying.
go, and they're gonna go in. But the thing is, Utah's gonna do any and everything to make this man happy because you talking about a small market team. They're gonna surround the wagons and do whatever. They're gonna like, look, if you want press ham sandwiches with the crust chip cut off, we got you. If you want extra sugar in your Kool-Aid, we got you. If you want a bunch of midgets pop locking and breakdancing at halftime, we got you. Whatever you want. They gonna roll out the red carpet and do whatever to hold on to this man because he's a uh, franchise talent. With for us, we are starved for a superstar. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And to have Spider come in, I mean, look, I'm not gonna lie, I would love to have Spider, but you got to make sure you got to have the right package to get him because you just can't roll out some crackers and cheese thing. I give you Kevin Knox and Nerlens Noel and a first round draft pick and 5 second rounders. They're gonna hang up the phone. So you got to make it worth your while. You got to make the move without killing yourself. You got to give to get, and I get all that because it's about the name on the front of your jersey when it comes to it. So, but I'm just saying, Utah's going to be kicking and screaming. They're going to dig in. They're going to do any and everything they can. They're going to turn into Keith Sweat and start begging to hold on
Right.
to that man. And then the bottom line,
I mean, YT Streets, anything is possible. It's just a rumor. We just expressing our opinions. He could stay, he could go, right? You understand what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
Anything is possible, right? That's you see one of the things when we get on a next topic, it get real spicy, right? You see the chat is going crazy right now. Shout
Yeah,
out to
we said it's a
Subliminal.
rumor.
Right, a rumor. So shout out to Subliminal 209, G Robinson, JJB Civilized, YT Streets, Rick V, Chuck, big up yourself, JJ. Yeah, man, it's just a rumor, man. But you know already. Let's see what this office do, right?
True
Lee
that. True that.
Rose, Worldwide West, um, Scott Perry. Let's see what these guys do. How many days until the trade? They
31. 31 days. 31 days.
31 days, and I want you to
And
keep
again,
going.
I'm rewinding. I'm rewind this. Hey, this is just we going over trade rumors. We're not saying trade for this and trade for that when it comes to the Knicks. Again, this is NBA one-on-one. We talk about a lot of things that can directly affect the Knicks as well and indirectly, but we talk about stuff around the league. So if you got your personal bias towards RJ, OB, whoever, Joe Bag of Donuts, Susie Slapstick, the Water Boy, the kids are selling peanuts, hey, it is what it is, bro. We just talking about the trade rumors, and that was just going back and forth conversation, and we're asking your opinion about whatever, especially because we're going over the Eastern Conference, and how things falling with not only the standing, but was possible who can make trades.
Right,
So, and we already know we want to make trades in New York. However, there's gonna be other teams to make trades. There's gonna be other teams that are gonna be standing pat, not even making a move.
right.
So, we leaving the rest of that when it comes to the Knicks to our other brethren out
Knicks
there.
Morning Drive, still Knicks family with John inside the chat right now. Ron,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? After party, all those guys, they talk
Yeah.
about the Knicks all day.
Sports Vibe. We got Sports
Sports,
Vibe out
all of them.
there. Shout out to Freezy and Key. Foxy and Keys. Everybody else is out there, man. We leave it to them. We just kind of going over everything, and of course, we're gonna inject a little bit of that Knicks talk because that is our squad. But we look at everything from a non-biased perspective, and looking at everything overall in the league. And it's going to be real interesting. So we kind of went over our Knicks. Let's go back to the barbecue chicken up there in ATL.
No, well, after the Knicks is we just played these guys, the Celtics,
Yeah,
right? They got Jalen Brown, they got Tatum, who's been in the league for a while. He just came over off of COVID. Um, to tell you the truth, I didn't get to watch the game last night because it was on NBA TV, but I did listen to it, right? Uh, um, all right, I'm gonna go back to the game in the Garden, right? I'm gonna go off of the Celtics game on. I'm gonna analyze that game off the Celtics in that game.
yeah. I watched the game last night, but I'm gonna watch it again because I really couldn't get down, and I still got to record it, so I'm gonna look at it again from
Right.
last night because it was. Anyway.
I'm gonna watch it too, but it's on NBA. NBA. It should come on NBA League Pass today, right? So I'm gonna go back and watch it also too. But with the Celtics now, what could I say is that although they have a rookie coach, they still have two superstars.
and one of them getting moved.
In
I think they're
Jalen
gonna move
Brown.
one.
All right, Jalen Brown,
I,
Jason Tatum, right?
yeah.
Then they have a stud in the middle, right? Which is
Robert Williams,
which is up there in blocks, right?
I think he's under. I think he doesn't get a lot of props that he should.
I mean, do you see the Celtics? You just allude to a trade. Do you see the Celtics making a trade to get this team better? If so, who do you think they're going to trade? And do you think they could go up in the standings to make the playoffs instead of the play-in?
I think they can still go up in the standings and make the playoffs if they stand where they are because they got the talent. The thing is the problem with the with the Jays, the problem is like you go, I go, you go, I go. It's no real good fluid motion. I got to put a lot of their issues on Danny Ainge because he sat on so many pieces. He was stockpiling. Really, I think where the Celtics went wrong is when you had Kyrie and they were doing things, and they brought in Gordon Hayward. Um, 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 and it threw him off. Hey, I watched the game already, Subliminal. Bro, I watched it already, and I was like, man. But I just want to watch and look at there's a couple of some things I want to observe in there. That's why I got to
Listen,
watch it again.
and Subliminal, I'm all 82, man, so I gotta watch the game, bro. You feel me? I'm paying all this money, so I'm at least take a peek at the first and second quarter. If I fall asleep on the game, so be it. But I'm gonna go
Yeah.
ahead and check it out, man.
I would say this. I think they're gonna do something because Danny Ainge he sat on too many assets, and he was trying to be too cute and bring in too many pieces and overload the team. And by doing that, he kind of messed up their flow. Now you got Danny Ainge in Utah now.
Right. I didn't mention that too. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
he's
Right.
in Utah
Right.
now.
Right.
And for those that did know, he did play for Utah for a time. So, people may not remember. You just remember Dan Ainge when he was with the Celtics, but he did play with Utah.
Right.
That was
He
towards
did
the
go
end
to
of his
school there
career, and they
too.
were formidable.
He went to
Yeah,
school there too. Right.
Yeah. So, but I think in time, Boston will make him. Do I see him making a trade? One of them now? No, not before the end of the trade deadline, unless they just decide to pull chalk and chain and say bump it. It's a wrap. Let's just do it next year and go into a fire sale. And if so, then I'm looking out because I really think, just real quick, I'm gonna shoot out the name on the front of your jersey right now. What I got on my head, I think our beloved Knicks may be sitting back trying to see who's gonna shake loose. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna go in there. They're seeing who's gonna shake loose to make some moves while we did the move to free up a little money. That's the only thing I can see happen. So I'll stand pat again until I see at the end of trade deadline. Um, I'll voice how I truly feel. Right now, I'm gonna be patient and just see how it rocks. But with the Celtics, they got talent. They got talent. But I don't see them keeping the Johnsons, the Jays together. I really don't. Not the way it's looking because they trended down. I would say they're one of the bigger. They're a big disappointment. Boston's a serious disappointment after where they've been playing this year or
Right.
how they're playing this
Right.
year.
Right. I mean, protocol injuries had a part to do with Boston not being a full good team too. So and I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna get him. I'll get him a slight pass. Right. I'm gonna get him a slight
Mm-hmm.
pass, but they can improve. Um, you know what? You say they might move Jaylen Brown, right? But now these days, in this NBA these days, you need two stars to win, bro. You need a star
Well,
and you need a
yeah.
goal. So I see if they were to make a trade, they'll probably make a trade to improve the team a little better, right?
Mm-hmm.
Probably some more, probably another power forward, because Al Horford is getting old, bro. You know what I mean? That other little dude, that little short dude, I always forget his name.
Williams. I can't remember the other Williams.
He's a Williams. He's small. You know what I mean? Langford, the other little small kid, he's small. They just let go Jabari Parker the other day, the number 2 pick from the Bucks. So they don't have no really big men than Robert Williams, bro.
Yeah, and it's sad about Jabari Parker.
So
The
so
injuries
so right,
injuries did him in. He
right.
injuries and um his defense may not have been the greatest, but he was a bucket at times. But it's the injuries, man. It really jacked him up.
I see Subliminal 209 put a question here to us. I'm gonna go ahead and answer it. Would you trade for Marcus Smart?
Mm, that's a real good one. That's a real good one. I mean, Marcus Smart. The thing is, Marcus Smart
And I
is.
just said they need bigs, right?
Hmm.
So I'll give up Noel for Smart.
But see,
And
this is the thing.
I'll probably throw in a second round pick too. I'll do it. I'll do
But
it.
okay, he helps. Well, I mean, that is a guard position that we do need that we could possibly use. I mean, he's and he plays the defense that we want. Um, that's a good one. I think I would because of the attitude and the toughness he could possibly bring. I think that I think I would. I think I would definitely because I like the toughness that he brings to the team. Because I mean, well, yeah, ain't no hesitant about it. Hell, I was talking about I like to have Pat Bev in New York because of the toughness he brings. He doesn't score a lot of points, but it's the defense and the toughness and tenacity that he brings. Marcus Smart is a better scorer, in my opinion, than Pat Bev. But the defense and the toughness is what we need. So yeah, I definitely do it. I definitely do it. But
Yeah.
yeah, and G Robinson, you're right. He's not a starter, but they got him starting now. But the thing is, and he is Fabian. He is older version of McBride. So, but it depends on which way we going. If we're trying to win now and get into the playoffs, you're looking at the point guard situation. Would you do it? You could. But I'm looking at before I make that move, I would try to move Fournier to get a better small forward. That's just a move I would. But anyway, I'm not going to the next talk. Let's stick to that Boston.
Right, right.
It's easy to do. It's easy to do.
Yeah, but you know what? That was a good question, though. You know what I mean?
No, that was a hell of a question.
Yeah, I would, good question, Subliminal. I would definitely take that trade. So, the next team on the docket is Meet Me. Now, Meet
Yeah.
Me, that's your little nickname for him.
Oh no, I
Um,
can't take credit for that. That's Jay Boogie. Jay Boogie, the one who dubbed him Little Meat because he sure was running all over the garden and everything like that.
right, right. Shout out to Jay Book. And what can you say about Atlanta, man? They fell off big time. Um, they got hell of a injuries,
Hmm.
protocols. Right now they got rumors in the wind swirling around for Ben Simmons. They got the Cam Reddish on the trading block. They got
Now
DeAndre
that's
Hunter.
somebody I would
Hold
like to
on.
see.
DeAndre Hunter is also on the trading block, but he's another injury
Hmm.
prone dude. Um, can Atlanta, because in the news also too, the GM also came out and said they will be also be making moves. They will be aggressive, right? So
Hmm.
do you see them trying to go get Ben Simmons? And also, let me throw it at you. They got Cam Reddish, they want to give up, and they got DeAndre Hunter. They're both on the trading block. What do you think about those two guys also too?
I like Cam Reddish. I said I would like to try to make a move for Cam Reddish. I know I read somewhere I read somewhere that they were actually possibly looking at trading Cam Reddish for a first round draft pick. Hell, I'd make that move. You want to do a first round draft pick? One for one, man, you can take it here. Take it. I'll bring Cam in New York in a heartbeat. Yes, sir, I would. DeAndre Hunter, he can play defense, but he is, I won't say he's injury prone, but he's out right now with an injury. He's still rather young. Do I see them making a move and being aggressive? They could probably make a move and package something up to get a Ben Wallace. Man, I'm Ben Wallace. My bad, having a senior moment. I'm telling off on myself. I'm talking about Big Ben, Ben
Ben
Simmons.
Simmons.
Yeah, Ben Simmons. But they have pieces. They really have pieces they can drop in there. I mean, look, you got Sharif Cooper you can put in a trade with him to get him in there. You got you like I said, DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish. They got pieces, money wise. Danilo Gallinari, he makes money, and I know his name has been low key coming up for possibly trade. I mean, if they wanted to, they could trade put using Kevin Herter, aka Red Velvet. You could throw
Right.
him in the trade up in there or something. So they got some pieces to move, even if they
Right.
wanted. But they just paid John Collins, but you could with John Collins, but I wouldn't see him doing that. So they have pieces, young pieces.
But I'm saying though, if there was to bring
They
in
got
Ben Simmons,
Onyeka Okongwe. They got the rookie they just drafted, Onyeka Okongwe. So they
right,
have some good pieces that they could package up in the deal to try to make a move for Ben Simmons.
right.
You
But
know,
who would you think Philly would want out of that package though?
I mean, any one of them. They just have to put the package the right way and see what they
Because
got left in
because
draft
it
picks.
looked like they need a point guard, right?
Hmm?
Do Philly need a point guard?
Well, they do, but Sharif Cooper. I mean, they could bring him in, but as a point guard, if they need a point guard right now, I mean,
All
Sharif
right.
Cooper's not going to be the one right there.
Uh,
Um,
what about DeAndre Hunter? Do they need a DeAndre Hunter?
I mean, who couldn't use a
Small.
DeAndre a forward? He's a small forward, and they got him listed as a forward and a guard. Could you use him? Yeah, you could definitely use him.
I mean, but will
Uh,
Philly use him though? That's the
I'm pretty
thing.
sure Doc. I'm pretty sure Doc could figure something out. It just
Okay,
depends on what package they put together.
okay.
They got Deleon. They got Deleon Wright. You know, he's another guard, a young cat there. He was holding it down while Meat was gone. So, you know, they got a few things. They got some stuff they can package.
no, but
But
guess what?
hey,
A big contract will need to move too. So would they move
that's
either by Ganovich or
it'd be Gallinari before Don. I think
even Gallinari?
Gallinari.
You wouldn't think they would move John Collins?
I don't know. I don't think. I mean, either John. Well, money wise, you looking at
Or even the
Danilo
center?
Gallinari.
Or even the center
Nah,
was no?
nah, they're not moving Clint Capella because you already got what's his name up there with Philly already bagging up Embiid.
Embiid,
So they don't need that.
right,
So you got to look at it like this here. And I know Gallinari's name has been
right,
coming up and possibly trade to open up money, and they
right.
paid him big money. Bogdan Bogdanovich, he's a sniper. They're not moving that 3-point shooting. Gallinari, you know, he's a decent role player. So and he's getting paid some big money. So I would move. I mean, I can see Atlanta moving him, and you know, to get the salaries to match, you throw in a young Sharif Cooper because you got a young point guard to throw in there, and whatever draft pick, and if you have to fill it out with either a DeAndre Hunter or Cam Reddish, even though I know they had Cam Reddish name coming up, because you want to just get Cam Reddish for a draft pick. Now, for us, our beloved Knicks, I would love to have Cam Reddish in New York at the small forward. That's just me. That's me personally. Amongst the small forwards, that's who I would like, you know, because I mean he's 6'8", man, 6'8" small forward. That answers a lot of problems we have. You know, Cam Reddish is averaging 12 points, 3 rebounds a game, and 1 assist. But and Nate, he's with a defensive minded coach, and like Nate McMillan. You come with tips, then you can do something. That's my little take on with revolving the Knicks. My point, well, what I would like for us to do. But for Philly, Cam fits the bill for Philly as well because of what he can do. So Atlanta can make some moves. Do I see? I mean, anything can happen. You know, years ago you wouldn't see inter conference trades as often. But if you make the right move and you add a Ben Simmons to the Hawks, that could propel them from where they are into. I could see a Ben Simmons in Atlanta overtaking Cleveland or overtaking Cleveland for sure, and they would battle it out, duke it out with
what would that lineup look like though?
Man, look, I couldn't tell you. You already know you're gonna have Meat at the point. Ben Simmons. You have Meat at the point. Maybe Wright at the 2. Ben Simmons at the 3 with Collins and Capella. I mean, that's a formidable lineup. That's a rather formidable lineup because you surround Ben Simmons around shooters, so people catch they can shoot the ball, and you get the hell out the way and let him go downhill. He's going to distribute the ball. He's going to get his points. He's going to get his points, and also he can bring the ball up and distribute the ball as well, making Meat's job even more easier. And with his defense, and with a
Right.
Nate McMillan type coach, so that could be something that we, as an organization, as a following, I would not want to see that.
You know what? We gonna have to do a show, Soul Finger, with this clutch versus CAA thing, because this don't make no sense. You know what I mean? Look, if a player needed to be traded in as a CAA or whatever, what does it matter if they clutch or CAA? This is just, I understand what it is, but to me, it
Mm-hmm.
just don't make no sense, yo. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? This person being clutch just for the CAA because they're CAA don't want to come to this team or this club. Man, are we trying to win or what? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I wouldn't care if Cam Reddish was clutch, bro. You know what I mean? If we need him and he's available and we could get him, I don't mean to go back into the Knicks. But damn, let's get him, yo. Forget this all clutch and CAA business and just work out the paperwork, bro. And get a
Hey,
good
look,
player into a team, man.
hey,
Jeez.
look, it's easy. It's look, man, it's easy to start talking about beloved Knicks because it's like I'm gonna tell you like this. Hey, you see New Jack City, right?
Yeah, man.
All right, you remember when Pookie was in the Rock House and he's trying to stay clean? See, that's how it is with us talking about trying not to talk about the Knicks because you talk about the Knicks. They be calling me and be calling me, and you just want to they be calling me and calling me, and then you get so
Oh
deep off
my
into it, you
god.
just want to go and say, "Freezy, save me." But that's
Oh
what it
my
is, man.
goodness. Man,
But
look at
but 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 that
yeah, but
that
Atlanta, uh-huh.
it would be rather formidable. And Bodega Wi-Fi, yes, I agree. I agree with you, bro. You know, I've said it before that I wouldn't want Ben Simmons because in some aspects but he didn't have a problem with it wasn't the Philly situation. It was the per se. It was how the coach threw him under the train.
Right.
It would drop kicked him on the train. He didn't throw him under the bus. He drop kicked him under a train. Where they said the way the team is turning. That's a solid situation. And right now, again, when it comes to the Knicks, everybody's gonna get attached to us, like they always do all the time, because you're gonna have cats putting out stuff, clickbait, a lot of this stuff. So
Right.
it is what it is. It is what it is. But we could be a major player still. I still think the Knicks. I'm gonna be patient, 31 days, because those real big trades are not gonna happen anytime. Not like overnight. It's gonna be towards the end. So don't be surprised right before the trade deadline. I say at least two. I say a day before the end of the deadline that if we make a move. If we make now,
Right.
if we don't make a move, oh yeah, I'm gonna start getting my sign together and stuff. I'm a petition that G-Man um get flown over. He can rappel out of a chopper over the side into the front office, and he go handle that. So G-Man,
Oh man, shout
get
out
your
to the
stuff
pod
together.
couple.
Send
Uh,
him and Cornerstone in like the 18.
oh man, oh man, oh man. All right, so you know what? We're gonna do one more team.
All right, all right.
And then we're gonna probably touch probably about one or two topics, and then we're gonna end the show, right?
For
Uh,
sure, for sure.
this last team, um, I mean, listen, it's another thing that's connected to us also too,
Yeah,
which
man.
is
So hold
which
on
is
before
a
you
good.
say
Go
anything.
ahead, sir.
Hey, look, fella. Hey, check it out, everybody that's watching. Like I said, we've been trying to pull away, not pull away, but not give you so much because you get so much other Knicks content. We try to keep it all in the Eastern Conference. But as you can see, our show, we still branch out. The Knicks are still involved with all these teams, either by standing or moves we can make because they got pieces. So just ride along, put your seatbelt on, and ride along with us, bro. Because
With the
we're gonna give you something to talk about.
soul
I'm
finger,
gonna tell you, hey,
your boy stop
we're
it,
gonna be
man.
rolling with, we're gonna put on a little put on some um
Some good
put on
content.
some yes, put on some good content, man. Some Smokey Robinson and just cruise. So just bear with us.
And yeah, and trust me, you're seeing the upcoming shows, especially next month coming up, and the months coming. We got a lot of surprises.
That just we just some surprises. We just
Got a lot of
don't hey,
surprises. Nice,
just don't hey
right, right, right,
hit him
right.
with the
Right. right? So trust me, working on the backgrounds to get the show better, bring you better content, bring you some special guests and all these things, surprises. Now, I mean, it's going to be a real dope show. Shout out to Uncle Freezy, CEO, executive, producer, everything, all that. Big man, big man in our background. See it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
man.
You know,
I just
because
saw
like like you said, because you don't see Freezy all up in your studio, always in the background. You don't see Freezy like that. Freezy get in there and do what he does. Hardest working man in podcast. I still think he related to
it.
James Brown.
I the big man that you see me. That's how us island people call him, big man. See it? So
Hey, he
back
just
to
hey,
the
he just too buku.
Pacers. Back to the Pacers, right? So they're gonna have this fire sale, right? They trying to get rid of the kid, Turner. They're trying to get rid of Levert, and they're trying to get rid of Sabonis, right? Um,
And just to throw something else, they just signed Lance Stevenson for the rest of the season.
oh wow.
Yes,
And
indeed.
he's been balling too. I think he dropped a 30 piece the other night on the Nets, didn't he?
Yeah, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So you can see him at the line blowing in more people's ear.
Playing that air guitar. Right? So Miles Turner, let's talk about him a little bit. Shot blocker, number one shot blocker. I don't think he's a good rebounder, but I think he's shooting like about around 30% in three, so he could stretch the floor. Do you really see the Pacers getting rid of this kid, man? And if so, where do you think he could go? Because he could go a lot of places. He could go to
There's a few
Charlotte.
places.
He could go to Charlotte.
See that down. Yep. See.
He could come to us, right?
Yeah. Golden State was kind of looking at him.
Golden State. No, well, they got Wiseman, bro, and I think I heard
But
something
the thing is,
about
Wiseman would be in a package.
But he's coming back too. And I heard some good news about Wiseman. You know, I mean, sorry we can't get into the Western Conference, which probably might get into that next week, right? We're gonna talk about that team. But I don't really see that, right? But it's a lot of teams out there that need a big man. So tell me what you like about Miles Turner, man.
I mean, I like the fact that he can't stretch the floor in his defense, his blocking ability, but that the fact that his shot ain't always on. It's not always on, but I do like him. He can make the difference on the team. He could be if he's on a contending team, you got you something. And I could see him. I could see Golden State making a move for him. I honestly truly can. Or the Hornets. They're looking for a big man. They already let it be known that Miles Turner is available. They make the right move. Then what you were saying earlier about the Harris what's the name for with the Wizards? Montrezl
Harrell, right?
Montrezl Harrell,
right?
Montrezl Harrell. Now if you add Miles Turner to the Hornets, then I could say I could see them making a jump, making a serious push in the East, making a push to get to that 6th seed. I can see that. So it's going to be real interesting.
And then we got the kid Sabonis, and I think he has been connected to Boston, right?
I can see that.
And we were just saying Boston need a big man too, because Al Horford is not any younger, right? And we talk about the Williams kid, he's a little too small. You see Julius Randle bullying him down, giving him something, you know what I mean? Plus, you never know, they could also trade for Jaylen Brown also too.
Yeah.
In that package to go to Indiana. So
you got Karis LeVert's name. Yeah.
Right. So you know what I mean? So it's a whole whirlwind of anything could happen, right? So
Mm-hmm.
so can Sabonis,
And another name we didn't bring up because he's
who?
been injured and hadn't come back. T.J. Warren. That's
Oh
another
wow.
player they got.
Well,
That's another. I mean,
I
when he come
haven't
back.
been hearing anything about him in any trade rumors
Well,
or
that's because
anything like
yeah,
that.
because he's been injured. He's been injured, and then
But
I mean,
I
really,
mean,
really, if you look at I think they pretty much had the whole team up except for Chris Duarte. I mean, but again, anybody can be got. You know, anybody can be got.
Subliminals asking if we want anybody from there, right? We already said Miles Turner is linked to us, so you never know with that. But at the
I
same
mean,
time,
the
Miles Turner
person.
could be
I
linked to
mean, the
Charlotte.
person yeah, the
I
person I
would
would
say
have liked us to
London.
get would have been Chris. Well, we couldn't get him. We can't get. I mean, can't get him because he was drafted by him. We wanted to draft him. Would have been Chris Duarte. I would have loved for him to be in New York. But I'm gonna tell you another person I would like to have in New York, and that would
Uh,
have been Malcolm Brogdon.
right, but he's locked up. He ain't going nowhere. The
Yeah, I mean,
Pacers,
I mean, he was asking who I would like. I would like to have
he's in
Brogdon.
contract. He's in
Yeah,
contract.
that kind of.
But with the Pacers now, those three guys they say they want to get rid of. So as I said, Sabonis is linked to Boston, right? Which could probably give up Jaylen Brown, right? And probably Al Horford for Sabonis and probably some other picks or whoever they want to throw at Karis LeVert, if to be, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if they were to make a swap, Pacers were to make a swap, right, and get Jaylen Brown on the Pacers,
For
right,
Sabonis.
for Sabonis, right? Do they stay at that same level or they get to the play in? I know you had to sit back for that one, right? And
I
they
mean, you're
they
talking about
bring
a
over
one for
and
one.
no, they and probably they probably they get Karis LeVert and send over Jason Richardson over there to Indiana.
And if they still got Miles Turner, then yeah, they could probably slide into the play-in. They can still sign some, but I really don't. Truth be told, I'm not even looking for them to get to the play-in or nothing like that. Reason being is they got that doggone fire sale. I appreciate it, Bodega Wi-Fi. So TJ Warren's a free agent next season. So if they're doing a complete fire sale, they can make him. They could probably be letting TJ Warren walk, and you factor in his injury issues. Um, you can go from there. Even
Right.
though when he's healthy, he's a problem. I know he's giving us fits. He's a 6'8" forward. Mm, you know, so that's something to think about.
I mean,
Never know.
do you know when TJ Warren is coming back? Because I believe teams might want to see some type of activity. His
Yeah, I mean, I don't know when he's coming
you
back,
know
but
what I
he's
mean?
that's another name that's a decent talent to have on that team.
Bodega Wi-Fi, if you could come up with when TJ Warren is back on the floor, we'll appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, man. So big up to Shay Powers, YT Streets. I'm gonna ask Unc if he could make the chat public. I don't know. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm just I'm just one of the guys trying to do the podcast and like Jay Boogie said, you know what I mean? So all that technical stuff, I leave it to the big man, you know what I mean, Uncle Freezy. So I'll relay the suggestion to him. All right, YT Streets, big up yourself. Uh so listen, I really don't care for the last two teams because
Well, I mean, we just I didn't really care because they're on the other end. We already seen we talked about what the Pistons got going and the Magic. I mean, they're irrelevant. They're in the they trying to get ping
lottery,
pong balls. Yeah,
right,
they lottery bound. But from 13, like I said, 7 to 13 is going to be real interesting because it's going to get hot.
right.
It's going to get real hot, and I'm talking about and these are teams that's under Cleveland, so it's going to get real hot, and then we're going to see which It's going to really pick up after the trade.
All right,
That's going to be the key.
so
Trade
let's
deadline is going to be the key.
right. So let's make a summary of the Eastern Conference. So we say that us, in our opinion, we say that Chicago is not going to stay at number one at the end of the season when the playoffs start, right?
True.
Okay, so we established that. So we saying either the Brooklyn Nets or Milwaukee is number one.
Yeah. I'll
All
go
right.
with that. Either
So we
Brooklyn
could
or
say they're number one, number two, right?
yeah.
And we say Miami number three.
Either 3 or 4. I can see them sliding down
3 or
one.
4 with Chicago, either 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So we solidify that 4 right there. That's the top 4 right there.
Yeah.
Right?
The movement, I think the most movement is going to be between 1 and 4. I mean, it won't be. I mean, I don't see none of them dropping in below
Right,
5.
right. Well, that's what I'm saying. Those are the top 4, right? So we keeping those in the top 4, right?
Well, hey, real quick, hey, appreciate it. Bodega Wi-Fi says TJ Warren remains out indefinitely, stress fracture in foot, not healing at the pace previously anticipated. So he's done for the season.
Okay.
More like they're gonna keep him out for the season. He had free agency, and somebody could probably get him for the cheap.
Okay.
You know how that go because of the injury. You know what I mean? Let's just keep it on that. You know, he and maybe he wound up rehabbing in Portland with Zion or something. You know.
Yo, and he's a mod too, right? Yo, shout out to the mods, bro. We got the best mods.
Yeah, shout out.
You see, we
Shout out to
sent
the
that
mods.
information
My
right
man.
there. It come
You
right
know,
there. Yo, shout out,
I'm gonna get
Bodega.
down with
Subliminal.
Bodega. I've been getting down with Bodega Wi-Fi for a minute, man. Shout out, big ups. That's my man. Staff will say big ups, booyaka, booyaka.
See it? So we solidified the 4 top teams is going to stay how it is, right? But we might see we're gonna see a flip-flop with the number 1, which is Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So then we
drop.
I
definitely see that.
Right. So then we drop from 5 to, let's say, 5, and Philly might just stay. Let's say Philly might just stay at number 5.
I can see Philly standing.
I see.
Yeah,
because I don't see the Bucks. I don't see the Bucks coming down. I see it probably fighting. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It depends. It just depends on how Rondo fits in with him. You know what I mean? I can see something possibly happening, but I'm with you on that. I can see Philly digging in. I don't see them. They're not dropping past 5. That's for damn sure.
All right, and then Cleveland, in my opinion, I see Cleveland dropping to probably 7 or 8, and the Raptors going up because I think Raptors have a good defensive team.
I can see them leapfrogging them. I can see them switching definitely.
Right.
But I'm not. But for me with the Hornets, it depends if they make a move in the trade. If they mess around, and I'm just saying this is a straight hypothetical. If they were to be able to make a move and pull Miles Turner from the Pacers, I put them over Cleveland. I put them at the 6th seed, knocking on the 5th seed door.
Okay. So can we say between 6 to 8, probably may not say the same, but may take a leap depending on the trade deadline?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. So let's get down to the play-in. We got Wizards, Knicks. At 9 and
don't
10.
Forget
So do you see the Wizards falling off? Do you see them making the play-in, or are they going back to the lottery?
Wizards fall off. Boston moves up.
Moves into number
9. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Number 10. Do you see us staying at number 10 and beating out the Wizards for that last play-in spot?
You know what?
I say yes.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. The way the Wizards constructed, I can say is even without us making a trade, yes, I can see us getting into the play-ins. I can see us definitely getting to the play-ins without us making a trade. If we make a trade in the right trade, that is the right trade, we could
Right.
possibly make a move and leapfrog from 10 to maybe 8 or 9 or 8. See what I'm
And
saying?
right, and we say probably the Hawks may be a wild card.
The Hawks are a wild card, depending if they make the move. If they land Ben Simmons or somebody else, then that's going to be a problem for us. If we stand pat, that's going to be a definite problem for Knicks Nation.
Right,
Because let's be honest, we're not. First of all, it's consistency and pieces don't match, don't mix with our beloved Knicks.
right.
So we need to look at doing something that's going to better the team for not only now but down the line for the down the line. So I don't want to be in the play-in and then get bumped out because if after reaching the fourth seed and you got bumped in the first round to reach the play-in and uh, uh, and uh, and reach the play-in and get bumped out is worse. And
Yo,
yes, I
yo,
see
yo.
us.
I don't mean to cut you off, bro, but
Mhm.
I got one of my biggest. Yo, shout out to Nick Fan TVCP. Yo, I'm so sorry, Soul Finger.
No, no, no,
I
no, no.
just,
Hey, shout out to Knicks fan
I just
TV.
had to show the kids some love, man. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
the people's champ.
Yo, CP the franchise, bro. Shout you out, bro. Respect for coming in. You feel me? Give
Hey,
thanks for the love, man. Give thanks for the love.
shout out, CP, shout out, shout out. Hey, and appreciate everything you done. He's one of the others that one of the other heavy hitters out here in Knicks Nation that got
Yes.
the content and everything that paved the way for us fledglings coming up in here. Attaching on with the heavy hitters like Freezer and everything. And appreciate everything you did in your show, man.
For real,
Everything you do, it's
for real,
always blessings, man.
for
And
real,
keep
for real.
doing, keep rocking what you're doing. And yes, when it came to Max Kellerman, he stood up there, he had a bunch of people trying to keep up with you, but he was all in the mustard and couldn't catch up. So, hey, way to shut him down.
For real, for real. Shut him down, man. CP, the people's champ. You know what I mean? Knicks Fans
Yes,
TV.
indeed.
If you ain't subscribed to his channel, subscribe to his channel. He got great content with the boy, with the girl Ashley, lovely Ashley, and then you have
CK, 2K pops up on
CK,
there.
and then you have JD Sports Talk. Shout out to him also too.
JD, yep.
And
And well,
he also have his Knicks Weekly with Allen, I believe. So shout him out. Yeah, so
mm-hmm.
shout out to the whole Knicks Fan TV, man.
A
Love
lot of
the
great
content over
content out
there.
there. A
Right.
lot of great content. And while we talking about that, I got to talk about one of my favorite, who I look at as who should be in the Knicks front office, helping us with some scouting or some contracts, and that's Raw Hebrew Remnant. If you haven't got up on Uncle Raw, you got to get up on him. Raw Hebrew Remnant. The man breaks things down, and to let everybody know, if you haven't been getting down with Raw Hebrew, he pretty much has predicted players that we were going to wind up drafting, including the ones that a lot of us wanted to get that we didn't get. He had them right down in the file, right down to the last minute. He's
Facts.
been doing that for every draft. So, hey, get up on Uncle Raw. Great content, and he's strictly business. And then also, shout out to our boy Tone Wu, guarding the Knicks. Get up on him.
That's what's up. There's a lot of great Knicks content out there. Check them out if you haven't. Subscribe to the channel, press the notification bell. But also, I want you to become a member of the Bronze Family Tears. Just go to the community section, go to the tab button, press join, become a member. We love for you to become a member. You get all the special perks, special videos, and everything that has to do with the Blorange Tears family. Now, this is NBA 101. We give you the news, the trades, and the rumors that's going around the NBA with your boy Staffadan and the one Soul Finger. And that's every Sunday. We came on early today because I got family coming in. Soon got to lock off, right? But we're here every Sunday at 4 p.m., right? The NBA 101. You get your latest news and the trades, NBA trades, rumors, and news, right? As Soul Finger said, got a senior moment just now, right? So shout out to all the content creators out there. Love what y'all doing.
Yeah, shout
And
out to CT and Divine.
right,
Hey,
right,
you can't
right, right,
forget them. Streets are
right.
always buzzing. You got to
Always
get that.
buzzing.
Hey, streets
Bzzz,
are
all day
always
in
buzzing.
Australia. You feel me? Um, yo, one of the before we go, man, we gotta shout out Dirk Nowitzki, man. He got his jersey retired. You
Shout out
know,
to Dirk.
one of the best power forwards in the game. What do you think about Dirk, man? Before we go,
Well, I got to give you got to give Dirk a lot of shout out, bro, because you got to keep in mind before the age of the super team came out, he took down the super team. He took down as they call them, as LeBron called himself, the Heatles. He took them down when it first came together, and it was just him. He was the main headliner of the show, and you got to give him his props. You got to think about it. Don Nelson, shout out to Don Nelson, who's the man who found and knew what to do and how to work, develop Dirk, was the one. Got to give him his props. You got to give that man his props. And if and considering what he did, because let's be honest, we always look at European players. They looked at European players as being soft or whatever. Um, he was 7 foot, shooting threes and fading away. People were like, wait a minute, you shouldn't be doing it. You're supposed to be down there banging bodies. He started changing. He changed the game. I will say this: Dirk. For a lot of folks say that Dirk was probably the greatest European player or become. I would say one person, if you're old enough to remember him, it's the father, the daddy of Venus, is Venus Sabonis. He was a monster in his time. He just came to the NBA older. So I think that the conversation could have been who was the better out of the two,
right?
Dirk or Sabonis. But hey, shout out to Big Dirk. He made the power forward position a whole nother thing. He made big men want to shoot more threes, and he did it with precision. Shout out and congrats to Dirk.
Facts, facts. And for all the NBA lovers, for the games that's on the docket tonight, you got Atlanta and the Clippers that's playing right now. They're in the first
Come
quarter.
on, Clippers. Come on,
Clippers
Clippers.
22-19 right now. Then you got Washington and Atlanta later. Not Atlanta, I'm sorry, Orlando. Sorry. Then
Come
you got
on, Orlando.
New Orleans and Toronto, right? Then you
Well,
got
all right, man. Look, that's a wrap. Toronto running them boys off the court. They're gonna run up in them.
you got Denver, OKC.
Okay.
You got Minnesota, Houston,
Okay.
Chicago, Dallas,
Come
San.
on, this is one pulling for Dallas. Come on, well, it don't really matter, but still, come on. No, actually, we got that. We got. Do we have another pick from Dallas?
I
I do believe
think
we got another
so.
pick from
I
Dallas.
think so.
Come on,
Yes.
Chicago. Come on, Chicago. That's a high
uh,
pick, bro.
we got San Antonio, Brooklyn.
Come on, San Antonio. I know I still have a better chance of running through hell and gasoline draws, but still, anything possible. Come on, San Antonio.
We got Cleveland, Golden State,
Come on, Golden State.
Sacramento, Portland,
It don't
and
matter. Yeah.
the last game that I'm interested to see is John Morant and LA. That's the game that I want to see tonight. That's going to be interesting.
Ja about to put on a
Right.
show.
In
Ja gonna
all
put
those
on a
games, in all
show.
those games that I just mentioned, do you have any special game that you're looking at tonight?
Well, I've been talking about all the ones that affect us in the standings. 'Cause I need people to start losing, especially ones that are real close to us. So we took the L last night. Other cats ahead and behind us. I need Atlanta to take another L. I
Okay.
do.
Okay. Okay.
Get people off our back. That's what I need. Get them off our back. We got to get it together because we get ready to go on. Now we'll do a little Knicks talks, boys and girls, men and women, everybody. Hey, look, we about to get ready to run down an ugly gauntlet, an ugly, ugly gauntlet, and we need to get as much help as we can right now to stabilize this ship, and also to see what the trade's gonna look like. So it's about to get rough.
Yeah, man. So with that being said, man, Thanks for everybody for tuning in. Let me just go ahead and run down through the chat again. Shout out Warren Flankin, CWC. You just came in, my brother. Shout out to you, Subliminal 209, Anthony 212, Danny Landis. I wonder if I sound like Freezy. Did I? Landis. Shout out to Shady Powers. John Still Nick fans. John Still Nick fans. Shout out to Chuck the Beats man. Be civilized as usual. Respect my brother. Shout out to Knicks Fan TV CP.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
coming
indeed.
Through. Respect my G. Right? Keyshawn, as usual. One of our mods. Respect my brother. Bodega Wi-Fi. Yes, sir.
Shout
YT Streets. Rick V. Frederick. G. Robinson. Fabian Williams.
My man Allah Wise, the voice.
Allah Wise. And my Antiguan brethren. Hilowit Samuel. AKA Wadali. Antigua, big up yourself, my brother. Right?
Be civilized.
And JJ and anybody that I forget, man. Respect, blessings. Thank you for listening to NBA 1-on-1. We are on every Sunday at 4 p.m., right? Which is about now, right? Soulfinger, any lasting closing words before we go?
Hey, excuse me. Hey, again, everybody. Hey, I just wanted to say, keep my man Ron in your prayers. Lost his mom. Other than that, hey, y'all stay together. Knicks Nation, one nation under a groove. Just stand pat for these trades that's coming up within the next 31 days. Get ready to get in tomorrow, because I know Uncle Freezy got something stored for us, some delectable treats for us tomorrow on the morning drive. And the rest of our brethren, hey, salute in all Knicks content you got, because let's keep it a buck. The national media is not going to show this kind of love for the Knicks or anything like that, or anything associated with the Knicks. They're too busy trying to break us down. Hey, look, we got, and then too, within Knicks Nation, everybody got passion, and everybody likes to go their way they go. We look at trying to put the team together and may have disagreements. So, don't be disrespectful about it towards one another, but just look at it like this here. Bottom line, we want one thing. Shout out to my man Osi, because this is what we want to be doing at the end of the day. This is all we want to do, is see them doing this at the end of the day. Raising that banner, saying NBA world champions again with the New York Knicks. So I'm saying, it's not about the name on the back. It's about what my man showing on the front. I don't care what number you got. It's about the number on the front. So anybody can go and anybody can get got. That's all I got to say. Let's get it done. Let's do what we got to do. Hey, y'all have another good day. Hope everybody, a blessing day. Y'all stay blessed. Have a good time. Go eat your food, whatever it is. Watch whatever game. Get ready, get ready for the national championship tomorrow night. If you're into the college ball, and that's all I got. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Yo, and shout out to Uncle Freezy. You already know, enough love, my brother, wherever you at. Enough love. So until next week, people, NBA 1-on-1, we're out. Love, peace.